Hey gang, 4 cards from Lorwyn Eclipsed make Shadowmoor Elves. So here they all are. Unforgiving Aim is a spell card. Destroy an opposing card at random and then create a Shadowmoor Elf token. 15 mana just to do that, which would be okay if the Shadowmoor Elf was like a 10/10 or something, but it isn't. It's a little 2/2 creature. Wow, 15 mana. Won't be using a lot of that. Morkant's Eyes has a Kindred Elf, Surveil 2, and then Mana Fields. You may destroy this card, and if you do, create X Shadowmoor Elf tokens, where X is the number of elf cards in your graveyard. Graveyard comes into this a lot, you'll see. Stoic Grove Guide is a creature. At the beginning of your turn, if this card is in your graveyard, create a Shadowmoor Elf token and then exile this card. So basically, I'm trying to put stuff in my graveyard with this deck. And Scarblade's Malice is a spell card. Target creature gets Death Touch, Lifelink, and Berserker until end of turn, and then create a Shadowmoor Elf token. So they're quite hard to create. And so we're going to skip forward quite a bit here to the turn where I actually managed to get one on the board. And I got one on the board because, let's look in the battle log. There you go. I managed to get the Stoic Grove Guide into my graveyard, and it triggered at the beginning of my turn. So that's how that managed to happen. And I've still got there. You can see it in my exile there, just to prove it, you know. Right, so let's see what else we can do here. We can use one of these 15 mana murder kill cards. Let's clear my hand out a wee bit and see if we can get another one. There we go. That was worth 15 mana, wasn't it? We just need to get round to our turn. You arsehole. Right. Greg has murder, death, killed our token. What are we going to do here? Make a no. I don't want to put it on yours. Now, what will happen is I'll put the Berserker Death Touch on Greg's creature, make a token on my side. It'll get immediately steamrolled and killed. So we're not going to do that. Glass Casket. No, that's what Greg played. Mono white spell in a blue deck. There we go. Right. What can I do? I know what I can do here. Right. We're going to use Nissa's A2 to make a 6/6 Hissing Quagmire. Then we're going to put Scarblade's thingy on it. Malice, that's the word. And we make another Shadowmoor Elf. And we biff one of Greg's creatures out the way. Now, I just need Fubblethip not to play any more Glass Caskets. Thank you very much. That's good. Right. What if we can get another one? Yeah. Let's get greedy. There we go. Make another one. Just to prove it all works. Because we like to prove things work, don't we? We don't have any more goes here because Greg's going to die. Poor little Fubblethip doesn't have much life to start with. So let's have a look at these things. There it is, Shadowmoor Elf. It's rare. They're 2/2, black and green, and have creature type elf. And that's it. They're really hard to get into play. And they don't do anything when they get there. So they're not great tokens. But they exist. That's what we can say about them. Let's say something about this artwork. Does this look like classic old school fantasy magic art to you? Well, it should do, because this is by the extraordinary Pete Venters. If you don't know anything about magic art, you may have not have heard of him. If you know anything about magic art, you'll know Pete Venters. Well over 300 cards in Magic the Gathering, going right back to Alpha. So right back to the very beginning of the game. One of the absolute legendary artists in our glorious game. So yeah, a Pete Venters card. There's quite a few Pete Venters cards in Magic Puzzle Quest, but this is the first time he's turned up in our little token thing. So this is the Shadowmoor Elf.